Have you ever seen this sealed crypt in front of the haunted mansion? What's the story behind it? Has it anything to do with pirates? Was the original owner a bloodthirsty pirate? Laffitte himself, perhaps? In this video, we'll explore an unconcluded attempt to create a New Orleans squared shared pirate universe where the mansion was owned by a famed buccaneer. When the mansion was planned, another ride, Pirates of the Caribbean, was in the making as a wax museum. The initial scripts of the haunted mansion were heavily inspired by the tale of Bluebeard, where a rich pirate kills his brides because they intrude in his secret room. A similar story took place in the first scripts, with a couple known as Captain Gore and his bride, Miss Priscilla Gore. In different walkthrough scenes narrated by Priscilla, we would see how she, out of curiosity, would explore a forbidden room by the captain, only to be caught in the act by him. Angered, the captain would kill her and store her corpse in a chest. Yes, just like later on several corpses would be stored in the attic, connecting Priscilla to the heart-beating bride's story. After that, guests would find out that Priscilla and the other ghostly pirates haunted Gore and caused his suicide. Many of these themes never made it into the attraction, but others survived separately. The bride killed in the attic, the suicidal owner, a ghostly ship, and the lovely female mansion owner. The Gores have such a complicated history and the original mansion was so different. Both subjects will be discussed deeply in another video. But moving along with this unified pirate theme, during the 1960s, when the ride was still being worked on, the piracy themes continued, with Imagineers linking both rides either with the Gores or with a buccaneer cove in its cellars. The ride was even considered to be built as a boat ride that would have sailed beneath a half-sunken rotting mansion, but too many boat rides were in the making already, so that was scratched. In the 90s, when both Pirates and Haunted Mansion were successful rides of their own, a new idea to connect them and New Orleans Square to a single storyline emerged in Imagineering. The link between all these? A real-life pirate named Jean Laffitte. A crypt for Jean Laffitte was to be built directly across the Haunted Mansion. Guests would have come down the stairs to find a series of subterranean catacombs with the rests of the skeletons of the dead crew members of Jean Laffitte. These catacombs would lead to a shipwreck filled with treasures, where guests would have climbed the stairs toward Laffitte's hidden treasure lair in Tom Sawyer's Island. Back when the Haunted Mansion movie was being made, several stories made by Imagineering were used for a Haunted Mansion backstory for fans. The catacombs appear in this story, back when this pirate burst was at its strongest. The owner of the Haunted Mansion in the movie was AMBROSE GRACEY, a captain of a ship that transported goods from Europe. In this backstory excerpt, it is explained that the house is strategically built in front of the river due to the activities of the captain and his association with Jean Laffitte. It's also built next to a cemetery to build a series of complex catacombs and crypts as means of escape in case of any attack. That would explain the elaborate and strong ceiling of the mausoleum story in the Haunted Mansion movie, and it would also give us a hint at who the corpse in the mausoleum is. Are you getting there? That's right. The main corpse holding the key might be Ambrose, or the movie's version of the red-haired Captain Gore. The crypt sealed before the mansion, the one you see now, was one of the first steps to create the New Orleans universe and connect pirates to the mansion and Tom Sawyer's Island. That crypt could be said was one of those secret underground passages to Tom Sawyer's Island, which according to a decorative newspaper found in New Orleans Square, Jean Laffitte used as his headquarters. In this movie's backstory, Ambrose had a son called George Gracey, father of Edward Gracey, who is considered to be, in that universe, the one buried under the Master Gracey epitaph, and the one who morphs into a corpse in the gallery. George, on the other hand, is Constance's last husband, If we add to this that one of Gore's many identities was that of Ambrose Bloodmere, the Bloodmeres being a previous names for the Graceys, this pirate or pirate by association was related to Master GRACEY, making the family's fortune bloodstained and connected to piracy, and thus to the other rides in New Orleans Square. If this pirate connection had occurred, Miss April would have filled the role of Priscilla, being the bride of either Ambrose GRACEY or Gore, or Laffitte, or original pirate owner of the mansion. It's no surprise, since this portrait was already linked to the dead bride in the attic long before the mansion was even built. We could say Priscilla was the same character as Miss April and the beating heart bride, but things did not go along that line. Eventually, in 2007, Tom Sawyer's Island did become a pirate's lair, but in the mansion a year prior, a new storyline made a confusing decision by adding Constance and removing the heart-beating bride. More importantly, in 2004, April was removed, and no Laffitte Crypt was made, leaving no trace of that universe. All that was left was a sealed crypt, which passerbys looked curiously. But with the recent additions to the mansion and with the return of Miss April December, many think the New Orleans Square pirate universe might be coming to fruition, either by transforming Miss April into the Priscilla character or by adding a ghost pirate or a pirate crypt to the mansion. Since not all the changes have been shown, we'll have to wait to the end of the week to see. But for now, this was the Undone attempt at trying to officially unite all the New Orleans Square attractions. What do you think? Do you want an official link of the mansion with the Pirates of the Caribbean ride? An official Haunted Mansion story, perhaps? Or would you rather the ride remain storyless and open to your interpretations and creative fanfictions? Let me know in the comment sections, and if you have any questions, do ask. Any suggestions on other characters you'd like to discuss, leave them in the comment section. The more I see one ghost named, the more priority I'll give to making that ghost's video. That is all for now. Rest in peace, and I'll see you all a little later.